Hey, sports fans. Greg Medford from Medford Knives, MKT USA. What's going on? Oh, man, I'm trying to get myself back into the social media groove a little bit. I had so many people. I've had customers like literally stopping by the shop to thank me for doing videos. Because I guess I'm made for apocalypse. My dad called me up yesterday, and my dad's was like, "Hey boy, thanks for getting me going, man. I was thinking about pulling up chalks and chilling. Hey Nathan." So my dad reached out to me, and then I was like, "Oh well." He says, "Yeah, keep doing your thing." So I'm like, "All right, man. Maybe I'll keep going online." I got so many people calling me up and emailing me and texting me and thanking me. I forgot. You know, the internet is a kind of spooky place. It's like a free for all, and it can wear down on your soul a little bit if you're in it a lot. And sometimes I was feeling a little bit beat down, like everybody hates me. I'm like, man, I'm not doing myself any good. This hurts my soul too much. And then I disappeared from it, and I noticed how relaxed I was. And then I noticed when I was starting to react to some comments, um, I noticed I started getting a little kind of pent up a little bit. So I'm working on when I see famous people come off the rails, like the president, everyone coming at him, I kind of empathize sometimes. I mean, I don't have anything like what he's got going on, but I've got a taste of it anyways. When I see people get worked up, I'm like, hey, you're famous. I'm a nobody, and I had to figure this shit out. You have not figured this out yet? So listen, I'm feeling really excited. Like, I think if the government did nothing, absolutely nothing, it would be the best thing. We would adjust. There wouldn't be a bunch of new debt added. It'll all kind of sort itself out because that's the beauty of capitalism. But they're taking some action because it's election year politics. I get it. I also get that there's real people out there who've got real pain going on and are not sure what to do. But sometimes what you do is you just, like the knuckles on that old man in Master and Commander, you just hold fast. Just hold fast. Don't get too worked up. It turns out, as it turns out, all of this space out there will need to be taken up. It's going to need to be taken up one way or the other. So if the malls clear out of the 80% unnecessary stuff that's there, and you happen to work in one of those will clear out and more stuff will come in its place. The one thing we know about capitalism is the capital markets adjust ridiculously fast. So the minute a landlord's got empty stuff, is they'll start getting more aggressive renting out, which is good for the next business. A lot of businesses are teetering on the edge of not really being very viable. So when these things like this happen, it kind of culls the herd and it cleans out the system a little bit. And as soon as whatever this cataclysmic thing or catastrophic thing or economic pressure, as soon as this relieves, you'll see the market will just zoom back in and fill the gap, which I'm really excited about. I'm very bullish. I mean, I woke up this morning and I might, I'm literally 50 now. I woke up this morning and I shot right out of bed like a bolt, and I was like, man, there's stuff going on out there. I wish I had a couple $1,000,000 right now because I'd be diving in the stock market. I think it finally bottomed out. You can only discount a new vehicle. So, like, if a vehicle's worth, let's say you have a vehicle worth $12 trillion. No, let's say $18 trillion. And you make it, all of a sudden you put a $19 trillion sticker on it. You go down a trillion a day. At some point, everybody kind of looks around and says, all right, man, it's 9 trillion. We gotta buy now. Come on. It's not the end of days. So I've been really excited. I mean, I feel like there's so much opportunity. There's opportunity lining every street. I've had a customer come in today who is a former customer. Hey, Todd Robinson, hello, handsome. Hey, good looking. I had a former customer come in today and he filled out a resume because he got furloughed from work. I look at the upside of this. I've had a hard time I've had a hard time finding, talent to bring in because the economy's cranking so well. Man, all of a sudden there's some talent floating around, which like there's a silver lining to every cloud. A lot of people, a lot of y'all need to reinvent yourselves. In '08, '09, and 10, I got my balls crushed by America. Just crushed. And as it turned out, I was doing silly shit. And I kind of had to reinvent. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. The month that I started the knife business, I maxed out my American Express and almost didn't make my more. I've never bounced or not made a payment ever. Ever. And I said, that's the last time we'll pay our mortgage. I had told Amy. And next thing you know, I'm selling knives, and I paid the mortgage, and I paid the rent, and I needed a bigger building. And next thing you know, I bought a big commercial building, and next thing you know, I'm a peanut in the knife business. So my advice to everybody is keep your spirits up, keep your chin up, bet on America. That flag's not behind me. That's not stage. I had a German friend whose family owns property in New Mexico. He actually painted that for me. There's George Washington looking through the flag. And there's interesting little parts from the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution written with a .308 and a 50 cal. He wrote into the wet paint. You can see it up close. That's not there by accident. It's not stage. It's not prop. It's not theater. I look at that. When I look here in the camera, I see that flag behind. It reminds me my forefathers and my country is behind me, and they believe in me. And every time I walk out of this office for some of the most challenging conversations I've ever had, I see Washington and that flag. It's like a salve on my soul, and it armors me up a little. It up-armors me to walk out and have some of my conversations that I occasionally have to have. When I'm changing someone's life, when I'm letting somebody go, when I'm hiring people, when I'm making challenging decisions. Right now I've got a big decision. I made a decision. We've got a growth trajectory that we're on. I need to buy some more mills. I saw that I was reached out to by Haas, and they said there's a sale going on right now. If I bought 2 mills, they'd give me 25% off. 25% off 2 mills? I'm like, holy shit. It actually adds up into real money. They got to keep the cash flowing, clearly. So, and you guys on YouTube, I don't know how, see, mute microphone, cancel, save highlight, share. I don't see any comments on YouTube, so maybe there's just nobody on. If someone's watching on YouTube, would you mind commenting so I can see if that's working or not? Because I don't have a single flare coming up from over in YouTube land. So my message of the day is day whatever of the government apocalypse, the self-made apocalypse, I'm calling it. Day 2, I went to Home Depot, busy as hell. I went to Copper State Nut and Bolt. One of the principals was out front checking on the store. He said they had one of their best months ever. The guys we talked back and forth. I yelled through the door what I wanted. They brought it out and slid it out to me through the little mail slot, and I got my stuff. It's gonna be okay. And I'm actually so bullish and excited about this. Comments are turned off on YouTube. Well, guys, geez, I don't know why that is, because I thought I set that default on. So I'm just gonna go over to YouTube. David, thank you. While we're all here, because it's a live and unscripted show, and a lot of you are doing nothing anyways, right? So let's just fix this. Do you think they'll let me? That's the question. Do you think I thought I fixed the defaults on everything yesterday. Government age, son. Oh, look at it, set right up. Let me see if I can edit it. Oh, now I hear it talking to me. This is gonna bore everybody. I'm really sorry. Let me see if I can edit this. This is gonna bore everybody. Because there may be some folks on YouTube that want to comment. Visibility, playlist, edit screen, audience. Yes, it's made for kids. I mean, that's kind of funny, right? It's made for kids. Video language syndication. Comments are disabled. I don't know why that shouldn't be. All right. So I'll stop that video and I'll turn it back on and rename, or maybe I'll just let it rip and then you guys allow embedding. I don't know what allow embedding. All right. I guess it's live. I can't change it right now. All right. Sorry, you guys. We're just gonna let it rip. So I was just gonna say to everybody, I met with the team today and I was like, hey everybody, listen, get on the phones, call people up, say hi. Let them know how bullish I am and excited I am. I just think there's opportunity everywhere. I was just talking to my chiropractor at Paradise Chiropractic up in Scottsdale. And chiropractor's in a weird spot. That's one of those medical professions that's, a little bit fringe. It's not necessarily, people like, oh, I got people say my chiropractor saved my life, but they mean it figuratively. It's very rare that the chiropractor does a life-saving chiropractic. So people can dial that back, and then of course it's touching. But these are little shops that serve people. They're little clinics that serve people all over the place in a really decentralized fashion. Those guys are all hurting. So I was talking to my chiropractor today, and he's like, yeah, this is slow. A lot of people are canceling, and nobody wants to, have someone put hands on their back and make an adjustment and do that kind of thing. So I was like, well, listen, are you guys doing any geo-targeted advertising? Let everybody know that maybe everyone's canceled, but you're not, because people still wake up with a bad crook in their neck, or they have a hitch in their get along, or a hump in their limp, and they need a little help. So call those guys, call Kyle and Angela up at Paradise Chiropractic in North Scottsdale. They're still open. I said, well, hey, there's some marketing to be done. Why don't you get on AdWords and do some geo-targeted marketing for your place to let people know, like, there's nothing going on. There are people sleeping in, and there are middle-aged people sleeping in, which means crook necks everywhere. They go, oh, I can't go to the chiropractor right away. It's probably shut down. All of a sudden, a little thing pops up that says, hey, by the way, Paradise Chiropractic, we're open today. And they call up, next thing you know, business. I think there's opportunity everywhere. Whether it's going down or whether it's going up, there's a sale to be pulled up and to garner some energy. So I'm just really bullish about it. And actually, I like change. I like it going up and down. I like probably people call it, financial people call it volatility, but I like dynamic, changing capital environments. I think it's fun. So it looks like I'm gonna get a deal on a couple of mills, which I'm excited about. So I'm gonna go out and buy some mills. I'm gonna baller up a little bit and support an American-made mill company up in Oxnard, California. I'm buying nuts and bolts from my local supplier, and I'm trying to do as many things as I can to keep everybody going. Now, I've got my emergency food. I have my emergency water, and I hope you guys have that too. They say if you're buying during an emergency, it's too late, it won't do it. You have to buy before the emergency. But I feel like it's my civic responsibility to go do some buying and keep those businesses supported. And then once you do that, like, people are home cooking with their emergency food. I'm like, you don't cook with your emergency food. If they're still making pizza and hot dogs at Costco, go get pizza and hot dogs. And if In-N-Out Burger's still going, swing by In-N-Out, get a couple double-doubles animal style with, no buns, because you're on a low-carb, high-protein diet, high-fat, high-protein diet, whatever. Keep it going. We got to keep these little restaurants going. What do you do for the wait staff that works at these restaurants, right? Man, I think about that. Some of the gals that, are at my lunch places that take care of me, when I think about it, like, I went down to, Jeff and I were going to go to lunch and go see our gal, Lindsay, that we like up at Pita Jungle. And like the kitchen's closed. I mean, the kitchen's open, so the kitchen staff's cranking and the management's there, but the wait staff, she makes a living there and she's not there. Oh, what's she doing? So I hope they do the stimulus package and they don't just, like, if they send me money, I'm just gonna vote everybody out of office, all these motherfuckers. Like, if they send me money, my head's gonna explode. I'm like, hey, look, thank you very much, but no fucking thank you. Like, there should be some qualification. Like, they should say, here's a check, taxpayer. Now, if you make more than X amount, go ahead and spend it, but you're going to owe it in taxes next year automatically based on your reporting. Like, they should have a number. Like I understand, like, we can't come up with all these rules and negotiate all this bullshit. Fine. Send the money out. Just send it out to everybody. And then put a little note, a little caveat emptor, a little buyer beware. It says, hey, just FYI, if you make under $50,000 a year, spend it, and best of luck to you and your family. If you make between $50,000 and $70,000 a year, spend half of it. If you make more than $70,000 a year, spend it absolutely, or put it in the bank because you're going to owe it to us next April. Right? Doesn't that seem reasonable? Like, we can't just send money to everybody. Like, I'm really torn about the cruise industry. The cruise industry flags their ships in like crazy fucking third world countries so they don't have to pay any taxes. So they have a business built on tax evasion. Now that's the benefit of international waters and conducting business in international waters, right? But it ends up being kind of a fake reality because when the economy collapses or the global economy gasps for a month, you can go out of business in these heavy capitalized businesses. And are we supposed to bail them out? I mean, I couldn't give two shits if I ever go on a fucking cruise again. I think it's a way for middle America to go eat medium food, too much carbohydrates, medium rate, all you can eat buffet food. Pass, not interested. I guess some people do those rock and roll cruises where they get to go hang out with toothless Eddie Van Halen, Valerie Bertinelli walking around in her bathing suit. Or maybe they do those around the world cruises. I don't know. Or they're booze cruising, or they're like, fucking and cruising. They do fucking and cruising. I mean, people doing that. I'm like, all right, I get it. But I don't know how much cruising we actually need. And if we have to bail out these fucking companies, I want like $2,000 off the next shitty cruise I have to go on. Yeah, I think it is Liberia, interestingly enough. Anyway, and then the bailout thing, I understand why it rankles people. I mean, imagine we give, hey Adam, Semper Fi, imagine we give a couple billion or 50 billion or 100 billion. Imagine we give $100 billion. They were talking about $250 billion for the airline industry. Now the airline industry is our infrastructure. They didn't screw anything up. They've got great seat mile ratios going. They're really profitable right now. All of a sudden gas is cheap. They were going to make a killing, and then this happens. I don't know about you guys, but when this shit's over, I want to get on Expedia or my American Airlines Advantage fucking thing, and I want to fly anywhere I want, anytime I want. I want 4 airlines competing for my business. I don't want half of them out of fucking business. So people say, but the CEO can't take a $12 million comp package when we're sending them $250 billion. Not by a long shot. The union can't go chiseling everybody for a fucking raise. I got one for you. We'll loan you $250 billion. Gas is really cheap. You're going to make a lot of money next year. Pay us fucking back, and then you can have raises again. I mean, just some common sense. Like, I feel like I should be there in a pair of bib overalls at Congress, and they pass a law, and I go, all right, kids, bring it over here. Let a grown-up look at it. And I look at the bill and I go, no. Yes, but only if you check. No. No pickles, no free phones, no this, no that. Here's the other thing. I find this kind of funny. A lot of people are totally okay taking a month off. And here's my word of caution. You think you're getting paid? You're getting paid because you're in a union or whatever, public service union, public sector. I remember last year the teachers of Arizona came off the goddamn rails and they violated state law and they went on strike to get pay increases. They are all getting paid right now. And half of the people that live in their districts are getting unemployed. And this is one of those moments where these youngsters who are in work environments who demand all this stuff they're owed because they're so goddamn special. This is one of those moments where an adult like me wants to step in and say, yeah, but when shit's shitty, you still get paid. During the apocalypse, you'll still get checks for it. They're still getting paid. School's turned off. And you ask the teachers, hey, the teachers are like, oh my God, we got to get back to school. I mean, the really good ones are, but most are like, hey, no school, we still get paid. Fuck it, man. So we got the kids down here working today. Jack's putting together knives. Roxanne's doing some master level packaging, and then she's going to do some accounting. And then I guess one of her friends is swinging down here, and they're going to have a packaging competition. And my boy in the back, we're going to go build a black oxide tank, and we're going to mix up the chemicals. I've got the recipe, and then we're going to set it up and start warming it up, put on the protective gear to do some black oxide here in house for the first time, because I have some dragon skin blades that I've got to put finish on. So we're doing chemistry, we're doing some packaging, some stick-to-itiveness, some work, we've got, the teachers. I bag on teachers. Everybody who chose teaching knew they weren't going into a Wall Street brokerage firm. Half of you are really good teachers and the other half are just shitty. Because you can't fire them. You should be able to give half of the shitty teacher's pay to a really good teacher, and shit would square away really fast. We're a fucking really smart country. Jack is out in the back putting together knives right now. He's working with the fellas. He's doing a great job. I'm so proud of him. I go out there. It's something when I turn middle age, I all of a sudden will almost cry all the time. If any other Knuckle Dragon Alpha type personalities like that out there, I'm like, something about as the kids started, I almost cry all the time. All right, well, listen. How are those autos coming? Tim, the autos are spectacular. The Nosferatu is going to be hitting the streets pretty soon, and we'll be working on our next auto, and we're really focused on an OTF at the time, hopefully for a 2020 launch. Scott, got the kids cleaning, that's good. I don't have them cleaning right now, man. They're doing vital stuff. Roxanne and her girlfriend, they're doing a bunch of packaging because we've got all of these stickers and all of these patches that go in now. Ron will Centurion 3 itinerary. Well, listen, we're on short strokes down the last minute. Like last week, all the Centurions were in. Yesterday, Ron told me Seattle shut down. And I said, well, listen, he works for CBP. I was like, look, you work for CBP. Badge him and tell him you have important shit to do down in Arizona. It's by the border. He said, there's no flights. I go, man, I don't know. Maybe I'll rent a plane and go around and pick everybody up. All right, well, that's what's going on. I'm just going to tell everybody, keep the goddamn chin. Yeah. We've got a OTF. Look, I'm not going to launch it unless it's fucking spectacular and makes your head start vibrating and get near exploding. OTF model name, Hindsight 2020. John Sutherland, I wish you were my boss, Mr. Greg. Well, listen, it's funny. I'm a real clean boss to work for. It's very, very clean. But it's also, like, I had a guy say to me the other day, well, I felt like you're gunning for me. I go, gunning for you? I don't need a fucking gun for you. I walk you out the building when I don't want you here. What the fuck are you talking about? Well, it seemed like you're gunning for me, like I was next. I go, no, you just got my crosshairs a few times. You can't fuck up on the job and expect me to say nothing. And I wasn't like, attack the guy. I was like, hey, what happened there? Let's try and make sure we don't do that again. Lesson learned, or is this going to happen again? Lesson learned? Okay, good, man, fair enough. Well, boy, as soon as I come over, because I don't micromanage everybody, as soon as you come over, it's got all that gravity of the principle. Such is life. All right, I'm going to cut you guys loose. I'm going to leave you on a management tip. Here's my management tip for the day. Management tip is get all of the guys who think second guess you quietly behind your back or on the edge of second guessing you, and get them in on your next hires and fires. They start getting real understanding when they see the process, when they hear the process. We had a guy who was missing too much work, and I made a single comment. Todd, fucker. I made a single comment about like, hey, I'm missing a little too much work, and and it was like I had hit him in the head with a 3-pound sledgehammer. So he was missing work and he missed work again, and he's always got personal reasons, but people miss work for personal reasons, or they don't miss work for personal reasons. He was missing work, got together with the team, said, hey, what do you guys want me to do? And I could tell I was getting the, like, oh, Greg's trying to get rid of somebody. And I said, well, listen, I know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to ask you guys your opinion. I went around, and the youngest guy wanted to keep him. Really, he's a really good guy, good team member. And I said, okay, well, we're going to keep him on your word. He's like, well, no. He said, I said, keep him or let him go. It's your call, because he's the one who worked with him. And he's like, oh, I can't make that call. No, you are making that call. You're making it today. That is your call. You know why? Because I could be daddy and make the decision, but now it's your department, it's you, and whatever I do is going to affect you. And usually people feel like the boss always makes the choice. They don't get any say in it. God damn it, I wish I had a goddamn say around here. The boss is a dictator. I said, your call. What do you want to do? I said, and no matter how it goes down, it doesn't reflect badly on you. If it works great, it doesn't work great. He steals a car from me next week, no problem. What do you want to do? Because I already made up my mind what I want to do. They said, what do you want to do? I said, well, he's in attendance problem. Got to let him go. Don't care what his work ethic is. If we can't get him to work, it's problematic. But you think you can work with it, and you'd rather go with the evil you know than the one you don't know. Yes. Okay, fine. We'll go for it. So I'll call him up. We'll talk to him. We'll have him come in, kind of set some boundaries, and let him know that no one's got to inform him, including me. We did that. That was on a Friday. No showed on Monday. No show. Now I had my whole team with me. I'm like, all right, anybody think I was prickly? No, boss, that was great. I was like, I'm starting to get everybody involved so they start to see kind of what goes on. And when people don't want to work, they will make it about the boss or their coworkers or their personal life. First, they'll make it about their personal life. They have really special, they're special, they have some needs. Then they'll make it about stuff. And then when they've made enough excuse they can't make it, then they'll make it about their team, and then they'll make it about stress, and then they'll make it about their boss. I like to, it's always somebody else's kind of fault. And the thing is, in a big team, not everybody's hearing all of those things. They just know, oh, they got fired by the boss. Sometimes they got fired, sometimes they just fucking no-showed. So it's one of those things you got to kind of, sometimes you can spool the team up and let them in on it. Now, I went to the young guy, and he didn't show. He goes, man, I stuck my neck out for him. I said, he said he was coming back. He came and shook hands. So we're good to go. Happy with everybody. Thank you very much. Misunderstanding. So glad. No show. No call. No answer. No email. No text message. Now, the great part about it is my young guy that's out in my milling department doesn't feel like I undermined him or made decisions that screw with his life. He got to get involved, make the decision, and what was going to happen anyways. And that's what I've learned as a boss. If people aren't good employees, they're on the way to going out anyways. Just cut them loose, pull the scab off, pull the Band-Aid off, let them go find a place that's a better fit for them. For whatever reason, they either don't like me or they don't like the job or whatever. Mitch, I think we have about 30 or 35 right now. And we're, I'm trying to hire about 10 more. Anyways, that's my spiel for the day. You guys, keep your chins up. So a little bit of Armageddon fun, a little bit of hey Ken, a little bit of hellos to everybody, a little dialogue with you guys. Sorry about the comments on YouTube. I thought I had that fixed, and I'll go dive in and see if I can get that sorted out. Now, if you're sitting around, you got your thumb up your ass, you're not sure what to do, you're not allowed at work yet, save yourself some money. Go over to medforduniversity.com and watch some fun, hopefully mildly entertaining videos about knife making and learn how we do our thing. It's good for the soul, and it's good to see stuff being made. It's good to see the hands that go into the things you buy and support. All of those are really, all of those things are really important, and they connect us to our stuff and the people who make them, and it becomes less of a commodity and more of a revered tool and made by the people that you like and want to support. All comes together. All right, so Greg Medford, Medford Knife, MKT USA, sitting here by myself, trying to give you guys a little flare of fun, hope, and entertainment because I'm so fucking bullish about what's going on right now. And I'll cut you all loose. Have a great day, fellas. If there's any gals, you too. wearing a bikini.